and now we're joined by Rose.
Rose,
Hey.
What
Hi,
up?
friends. I was hovering in that waiting room, just trying to elbow my way in for so long, man.
I know.
It wasn't you. It was us. There's only a 4-person limit, so we had to kick James out.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that, I haven't even met the guy, but I'm glad you shoved him over, made room.
Push
Rose,
him aside.
I
Rose.
was actually listening to him thinking how weird it is just at the end there. He's talking about the movie he made in the summer, and that was with Trent.
Yeah.
And Small World, we're all, I'm working with Trent now, and Lamorne is obviously a good old friend of his, work together.
Congrats, Rose. Tell us about the show that just got picked up.
Oh, am I here to promote my show now?
Well,
Always a good time to plug.
Always.
Guys, you're good to me. Ghosts, it's a comedy on CBS, and it's about like a couple who inherit this giant mansion. They don't realize it's like lousy with ghosts from over the last sort of 1,000 years. There's like a Viking and a Revolutionary soldier and a Prohibition era singer and stuff. So it's really fun.
Excited.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's gonna be. I'm me and Utkarsh and Budka play the couple. So that'll be fun.
Shout out to Utkarsh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trent for directing.
How's Trent?
I said shout out to Trent. Shout out
to Trent. Yeah, he's so good.
We have some questions for you, Rose, that were sent in.
Oh my god.
So we got to put you on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Billy. By the way.
Hey.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I feel like most people don't know like that. Not everyone knows each other. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
Feels like we've had such a world of crossover now, but we still yet to meet one of these days. One day we'll all get the invite at the same.
I think the closest I ever been to you, did I tell you when we were recording that you were shooting, you did iZombie, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were in the studio literally next to you one year. I was doing a film up in Vancouver.
What film were you doing there?
It was, I don't know.
Talk about it, Billy.
Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy.
No.
This is
Tiny movie called James Bond.
The iZombie like logo in the parking lot and stuff.
Okay,
like
you can DM me later. I want to know what you're working on.
Yeah.
So
Rose,
what are the questions?
The question was, someone asked, because I guess they got confused by your accent, was which character do you play? And actually, how many characters do you play in the podcast?
It's crazy. I play like 4. I'm like the lead 2 dudes. And I also play a Canadian, which is just like the lecture in how to do a perfect Canadian accent. And I also play Kate. I play, no, I only play the last 2, but I should have been cast as the first 2.
Yeah.
Next time.
You would have been so much better.
And what did you think? Because you did you did a few scenes with some people on Zoom, and then you did some just by yourself. What did you think when you first heard it all put together?
Oh my god, it was completely different. I'm so proud of you guys. You made such a cool show. Thanks for letting me be part of it. It was just so like complete. Hearing it, it's amazing how much you can create in just a soundscape, like the sound effects and the music and the vibe, and it's such a experience, the whole show. And when you're recording just one line at a time, you're like, is this story going to translate? Is this going to, how's this going to work?
Yeah.
So it was, worlds apart. It was so cool. And it was fun getting to, I haven't worked remotely until this job like this. So being able to kind of, see you guys on screen and talk into my little weird eggshell box thing, it all kind of worked. I was very impressed.
Yeah, your setup was very interesting.
I thought you meant good.
No, interesting. I don't mean good necessarily. Is that it was there, and it was something that I could tell you created with your bare hands.
Wow. I'm going to take that as a compliment. It's my craftsmanship you're saying is good.
Good.
Yeah, it was definitely a little rogue, but
what's going on at your house?
What's going on? Very little, just hanging out. I just got back from New Zealand.
Love it.
What's going on in New Zealand? There was something you posted on your page that was it looked like an accident had happened or something.
That is called gardening, Lamorne. It's where you go and you dig in the dirt and you plant beautiful flowers. And that's what I was doing. But you seem to think it was like a disaster zone, and I don't know why. I mean, it should have been beautiful.
What did you comment on it? Something like it was
Oh, it was
something.
my last day at home.
No, that wasn't it. It was something that had
What are you growing?
started gardening or something.
I was just growing. I was in my parents' house, and I was in New Zealand. The soil's really good, like compared to the LA soil. You can like just stick a like cutting in it, and it just grows. It's so good. It's volcanic soil. So I was just gardening with my family the day before I left. There was definitely no disaster element. It may have been a sad face because I was leaving home.
That's probably
But
what it was.
yeah.
That
Yeah. No tragedy. It does look a little like I'm burying a body or something when you know it's like the.
Well, it looked like an earthquake, you know, and I was like, oh, what's going on?
Oh, you were being nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I assumed you were just having a go.
no, I was trying to be. Well, your gardening looks like an earthquake happened. That's. Yeah.
Okay, back to not liking you.
Uh,
Any
Some
gardeners amongst you three?
Lamorne, someone.
Anybody get into some
I got green.
local? Oh, Billy, you're a gardener.
Oh, I love it. I love
Oh, tell
two
me.
more vegetables and stuff like that.
Okay, you got your edible
wow.
gardens. Do you have a Victory Garden? Have you seen those?
No, what is that?
Victory Gardens is a company that like all the film people who were out of work this last year, like a lot of the sort of set designers and stuff, or maybe set builders, like got this company that they come and they build like based on your measurements, these cool little vegetable gardens. It's just a really good company. I feel like giving them a shout out on.
No, did it barehanded myself.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Impressive. Go you.
Lamorne,
Billy-
people, there's a question you're asking about. So is there going to be a season 2 of the podcast? What can you touch on that?
Is there going to be a season 2 of the podcast? It depends on the availability of our lovely actors here. I say yes. I say the fans are demanding it.
Mhm.
People are demanding it.
Mm-hmm.
Vote for me. I will make sure to get a season 2 for every podcast that we do.
Yo,
Wow.
love it.
Are you gonna recast me?
I'm going to recast you with the better version of you, which is you.
Oh, brilliant. Just the new me, the new
Yep.
complete me.
Because
Great.
Rose, you get better every day. I've worked with you before, and damn it, you get gooder every
And you started at the bottom? And you were rubbish when we started? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, okay. Here's some that's fun. In episode 7,
Mhm.
no spoilers, but it gets a little steamy between you guys' two characters. And there may or may not be a makeout session involved. I don't know.
Listen, man,
No spoilers, eh? Yeah.
How did your virtual makeout compare to you guys actually had to make out on Woke when your characters dated?
Right. Well, we should have had our intimacy coordinator from Woke come and do the intimacy coordinating in the podcast as well. So we could work out, like, there's a lot of arm acting going on in the version that we did at home.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked her to talk about consent because I didn't feel great about this.
Yeah, I didn't feel safe.
And Billy has a fun little moment too, where it's like, I don't know, it's awkward because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm talking not you guys the actors, but I'm talking people on here. You know, we have like, there's a makeout scene, so then we stop recording, then we start recording. It's like, hey, need you to make some makeout noises, and you basically just have to like make out with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we're like, need some more sounds from you, Billy.
Billy, were you a bit shy, a bit camera shy?
No.
I mean,
No, he went for it.
That's how I've gotten paid over and over again.
oh wow, they couldn't stop Billy. They were just like,
Yeah,
Billy, wrap it up. We've got all we need.
he's a quiet lover. Billy's a
But like all the microphones stopped rolling and Billy was
I
still
just
going at it.
You're sitting in the theater room, and I'm just like making sex noises.
Oh, wow.
Standing in front of you, and I'm just like, yep,
Is
This
that
is
Going for it.
it's
my life. Going through a pandemic, making fake sex noises.
You know what I think about when I think about that? Sorry to go off tangent again. It's my as I want to do. I auditioned once for a movie. I can't tell you what it was, but I was in New Zealand and it was like a romance scene is a generous, polite way of saying it. But like, they wanted the audition to be like this weird sort of seduction and sex scene, and I was at home. I knew it was like a work day on a Wednesday. They needed it that night, as they always do. and I had like nobody to put it down with. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this with my dad or my brother. Like, no, I'm good. So I was at my brother's house and I went into his garden and I just set the camera up like in a tree. And because I was like, I don't want to do this in the house. I don't want anyone to hear me. This is too embarrassing. So I like hooked the camera up in a tree, my phone or whatever it was. And then I pre-recorded myself saying the other lines and put it like next to it and hit play and did like a sex scene with myself in a tree in the garden. Didn't book the job, weirdly.
Well,
But I think about that. That's out there. Somewhere someone has. It's like proper humiliating.
I mean, Molly Shannon made a whole movie about it. Superstar.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
You made out with the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I know. Maybe I was
I remember
inbred.
when I remember Billy, when you were recording your sex sounds for the podcast, you were like, your phone buzzed and you're like, oh wait, that's my mom. I should take this. And you just went from like sex sounds straight to talking to your mom. I was like, that's amazing.
That's character performance. That's good. Yeah. Turn on a dime, guys. Are you doing a second season? Seriously?
I believe we listen, I'm going to put it out there right now. There's no 100% to anything, but that's the plan.
Okay.
That's the plan. We want to. I think that people are demanding it.
Was there much? What was the response like for the Canadians? Any, like
Canada rejoiced because they said finally some great representation.
Yeah. Justin Bieber called us. He was pumped.
Drake won't get off the damn line. Drake.
Oh God.
You know what, Rose? Funny enough, so many people have like reached out and been like, "Do the Canadians come back? Or like we gonna see them?" People love that scene you guys did. You and Matt Walsh.
Wow, that is surprising to me.
Did you get to meet Matt Walsh?
Just on the like this.
Yeah.
So old friends now, but he's so nice.
He's the best. He's absolutely, in present company included. He is the best.
Yeah. me and MW, we go way back.
Yeah. I feel like him and we're gonna do a spin-off actually. We're pitching it right now, the Canadians. Just the Canadians, it's called, the podcast.
We get it, star sexy 2194. She loves Billy so much. She
Sexy 2194, shout out.
Yeah, she's I'm team Billy. You didn't even ask her.
There's another question here we can ask because you guys are obviously all actors, but the question was, how does this compare? How did doing the podcast compare to working on a TV show or a film? And was this your guys' first time doing a scripted podcast?
I'll jump in. I just want to say, like, working with you guys, a normal production of film or television, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. There's a lot of production elements on board. This was, I got to do a fun show with my friends where we were in control and just enjoying our time. So I just want to say thank you for creating the stage for it. And I had a blast. There was no stress to it.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, you guys obviously worked together a lot more than I did, but when I dropped in, I've got to say, Kyle, very impressed. It was the first time I've seen you in a director role, and you just know what you want and you move fast, and it's just such, like, you don't, one of my pet peeves is when people feel like they have to over direct in order to, like, show their confidence or their ability or whatever. You just know what you want. You're secure. You ask for the things you want specifically, and you don't like double down and just ramble. Some directors ramble. Like, you just get what you want quickly and keep moving, and it's nice. It like makes you trust as an actor who you're working with. So good, congratulations. Lamorne, you were great at acting, but I saw you do that all the time. You were still great at acting. Actually, you were really, particularly, both you and Billy were so good at, I haven't done very much voice acting before, and hearing, like, certainly some stuff has to be like billboarded or whatever the word is they say a bit more, like when you're doing something just with audio, but it's still keeping it so natural and fun, and it felt like just working with you, not like working with a weird VO person.
Yeah, it was great. It was great working. I can tell you guys had a blast. I set the tone everywhere I go. Woke season 2 coming real soon.
Do you ever not